What's up, you movie collecting weirdos, and welcome back to the Lucid Nightmare. I'm your host as always, Jay Schatzer, and it is time for another Quickie movie haul. It's been a little bit since I've done the last one. Halloween is over. October was a hell of a fun time for a bunch of horror movies. I watched some classics, had a blast, and now it's back to the movie hauls. So let's just jump right into this one and let me show you some really awesome gems, some really great ones in this one, some of my favorites. But first up is a Jackie Chan classic, and it is one of his older ones. Not a lot of people have seen this one, but this is the ultimate classic. It is Drunken Master, and this one's put out by Eureka. It is actually an all-region, so luckily it will play on American stuff, anywhere in the world. But I haven't really owned a lot of Eureka stuff, so don't know too much about it, but heard good things, heard the transfer is stupendous, and just really glad to have this upgraded in the collection. I think I have a few different versions of Drunken Master, but first time on blue for me in the collection, so nice to have it upgraded, and it is one of my favorites of Jackie's, one of the old school kind of martial arts flicks that he did. A lot of cool comedy stuff like usual, and this is kind of the archetype of the Drunken Master who just puts them through hell in training and comes out an ultimate badass. But a really awesome film, and really excited to have this one in the collection. And yeah, awesome stuff. Let's move it on to another cool flick. A Ray Harryhausen created one with the effects, the stop motion effects. This one is Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger. Grr. One of my favorites of his. Ray Harryhausen's effects work has a lot of cool creatures in it. Just like the whole movie is awesome. Just the scope of it. It's a really larger than life kind of Sinbad film. I know the other ones are all really good, but this one's really stupendous and out there. And just the characters and monsters that he comes into contact with throughout the movie, really cool stuff. And I do not have this on Blu-ray, so this is the first time upgrading it, and this is an Indicator release. Another one that I have never owned an Indicator release, so looking forward to having this one in the collection. And like the last one, it is a region-free, all-region Blu-ray, so really cool. The last time I owned this was in a box set of Ray Harryhausen's work, so really cool to have this one upgraded in the collection, and I'm sure the transfer looks stupendous. But yeah, Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger. I love Ray Harryhausen's work and just stop motion fantasy kind of films in general, so really glad to have this one in the collection. But next up is a spaghetti western that's a little out there. It kind of goes in new territory that the usual spaghetti western films tread, but this one stars Franco Nero, and it is Kioma. Arrow released this one, and just a really cool film, really surreal and trippy at times. Definitely out of the box of spaghetti western kind of trappings. Really cool stuff, and it's been a long time since I've seen it, and I actually don't believe I own this in DVD format or anything else, so this will be the first time in the collection, I think. But it really is a badass film, and yeah, definitely recommend it to people that enjoy spaghetti westerns. It really is a different kind of film, and as always, Franco Nero does an amazing job in the lead role of Kioma. Just a really cool film in general, and kind of a big difference from Django to this. So it still is in the realm of spaghetti westerns because it is a spaghetti western, but it has so many different elements to it that it really kind of does something new with the genre. But let's keep moving on to an amazing release. Well, I haven't really checked that out officially, but I'm saying it's amazing because the packaging just looks amazing in the first place. But Synapse Films recently put out on 4K Ultra HD the Demons 1 and 2. Boom! Right there, Lamberto Bava's batshit crazy demon-infested flicks. Some of my favorite Italian films, and just 1 and 2 in a beautiful collection with some amazing artwork on the cover. And it's just like loaded with extras, just has a whole bunch going for it. And I actually own kind of the base models, I guess, of Demons 1 and 2. I don't even know who released those ones. They're around there somewhere. There they are. Synapse Films put those ones out too as well. So I've got the 1 and 2. We got 1 and 2 on Blu-ray. And then I saw this going for $44 on deep discount. I believe the sale's still going on, so pick it up if you're interested. But I could not resist picking this up, even though I already have it on Blu-ray. But the new transfers are said to be wonderful. And I know another company put out Demons 1 and 2 in a separate set. And I saw comparisons. They both look badass, so I'm just kind of happy to have this one. And yeah, Demons 1 and 2 in 4K Ultra HD. But yep, cover's awesome. Badass, and just a badass films. If you have no idea what Demons 1 and 2 is about, definitely check out my 2 reviews that I did years ago. Really fun movie, probably the ultimate Italian 80s kind of gore fest flick. So definitely check those out. But let's move it on to another film, but a film that is entirely different from anything I've ever talked about on this video. It is a post-apocalyptic kind of warrior film. And it's one I haven't seen since I was a kid, so I saw that Vestron Video put this one out recently, and it was almost unannounced. It just kind of popped up on like things I might like. Didn't even know they were releasing it, but it is Patrick Swayze in Steel Dawn. And like I said, I have not seen this since I was a kid and saw it on TV. And even then, it was probably just like a cut, chopped up version. So really looking forward to seeing just a nice, clean, crisp looking transfer of it and kind of get back into it. Because I only remember bits and parts, so I couldn't even really give you a full synopsis on the film. But definitely fun from what I remember. And Patrick Swayze's just all in as a kind of road warrior. Does he have a samurai sword or some kind of sword wielding badass? So how can you go wrong? And love the cover art too, really cool. And just a fun film in general from what I remember. So Steel Dawn. But next up is something just entirely out of left field that I have been meaning to pick these guys up. I grew up with these guys and just love Jim Henson in general. So I picked up the Muppet movie and Muppets Take Manhattan. And I got one of them at a pawn shop and the other one I ordered on Amazon. And they were both cheap. I mean, I think which one did I grab? Muppets Take Manhattan was at the pawn shop for like $7. Couldn't pass it up. And the original Muppet movie was, I think, $9 on Amazon. But I don't even know if I own these on DVDs. So I was actually really happy to get them in the collection because I'm kind of trying to collect as much stuff from my childhood and keep everything together so I can watch it whenever I want or just show my daughter or just kind of nostalgia time. But definitely amazing films. And just looking back on it, I didn't even realize that Frank Oz directed one of these. He directed Muppets Take Manhattan. I had no clue. I didn't even know he directed any of these Muppet movies. I thought he was just a voice work guy and a puppeteer. But really cool stuff. Just glad to have these ones in. I probably have a whole bunch more to go through, but these were kind of my must-haves because this is right when the birthing of the Muppets were around and getting into feature films. So that's kind of what I grew up with and enjoy. But let's move it on to one more. Let's get one more in. And this one is a film that I don't think I own previously. And I've never seen before, but I've always wanted to check it out. And I've been on a real big Boris Karloff kick ever since watching the comedy of terrors, and I said, you know what, this is going dirt cheap, and it's directed by Roger Corman, so why the hell not? The movie I'm talking about is The Terror. And a little tidbit, it's got a young Jack Nicholson in one of his earlier roles right there. But it just looks like a gothic kind of story and black and white gothic film. And I'm a sucker for those, and I'm a sucker for Roger Corman because he puts out some really amazing stuff. And, of course, Boris Karloff. So, really looking forward to checking this one out for the first time. Like I said, never owned it previously, so nice to have it in the collection where it belongs. But that looks to be everything for this video. And yeah, a really good haul there with a lot of classics. I know that Demons 1 and 2 is like one of my favorite pickups of this year, and for a while now, so I'm really looking forward to checking those one out, seeing how the transfer is, and just kind of reliving that Italian 80s gore. But guys, that is it for me today. Hope you enjoyed that one, and I hope you like what I'm doing here. If you do, please like and subscribe. And if you have time, leave a comment below because I'd love to hear from you. But until then, I'll see you crazy bastards the next time I'm in front of a camera talking about movies. So take care, stay out of trouble, and I'll see you guys later, guys. See ya!